I often find there's a point in time where we completely miss the bigger picture when it comes to dropping weight week in, week out. Now, whether you want to look at that like body fat loss, toning up, dropping body fat percentage, whatever you want to look at, it's the same thing. But look, this video is going to run through the fundamental layers of fat loss and what we need to be doing week in, week out if we are serious about getting the shape that we want. How are we keeping, guys? It's David O'Connor here from Dr. Fitness, and this one, as I said, is going to run through the fundamental layers of fat loss. Now look, the way I have the boxes done out is just a rough guide to show you kind of what we need to be doing daily and weekly in order to get that result weekly that's going to edge us forward. So number one, our biggest player is creating a caloric deficit. Eating less overall food if you like, but like, just to take away the simpleness of this video, you need to be in an appropriate deficit. There's different ways you can do that, whether you track calorie intake itself, whether you go by hand sizes, which are the two main ones we use here in the gym in Kilcoyne, or if you want to just focus on food quality for now, getting a bit more protein in with each meal, which is going to in turn trigger keeping you fuller for longer, which in turn hopefully make you eat less. So again, there's always knock-on effects to what the stuff we do. So if you focus on getting more protein sources in with each meal, you bump up your veg intake, I guarantee you should be in a caloric deficit if you focus more on food quality. You get a very, very easy guideline. How is your water intake? Another massive one that people completely miss, and I have a simple guideline here. For ladies, you want to be shooting for a minimum of 2 litres plus, lads, 3 litres plus. You're going to feel fresher, you're going to feel fuller for longer as well with that, hopefully is a knock-on effect with those things too. Sleep, probably the most underestimated one known to mankind. And you find as the years go on, as the kids come in, that sleep takes an awful backseat with this stuff. But sleep is a major, major player. Like, ask yourself this, how do you feel when you actually do get a solid 7 to 9 hours of sleep? If that has happened in the last 2 months or even years, I don't know, but how do you actually feel the next day when you wake up? Imagine having that energy and feeling every single day. Now, I know it's not going to be absolutely perfect week in, week out, but the goal here with sleep is to do better. If you are up in the middle of the night with stuff like that with kids, maybe you might try even get a nap throughout the day to get your weekly sleep volume up, rather than being in a constant deficit of sleep and constantly making, let's say, bad food choices, not being motivated to get up off your arse and train or work out or go for a walk or something like that. So you can see there's always a knock-on effect of this. Sleep is the number one most underrated thing going. Get your sleep better, everything else will get better. That's a fact. Stress. I don't know what it is with Irish people in general. I think it is that we're just literally stressed to the absolute gills. And again, it plays a big role in this stuff because the less stressed you are, the more relaxed you're going to be, the less cortisol you're going to have floating around in your body, which means the less food cravings you're going to have, the less tired you feel, the less anxious you feel, the less pissed off you feel, the less emotionally reactive you are going to be to food overall. Like, stress is a huge role, and again, if you're not getting enough sleep, it's a stress on your body. You're not getting enough food quality, you're not getting enough water, and then you're trying to train on top of all those things. That's a stressor you don't want to be adding to your body as well. So again, bear that in mind. How do we counteract that? Like, if you like to be someone who meditates, it could be one aspect of it. And again, this meditation is not an airy-fairy thing. And you can start meditating at 2 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. It depends. Like, I've tried 2 minutes in the past. It's not for me right now. I don't really enjoy it. I have different ways of doing that. Like, for me in the morning, I like to review what I need to do for that day, review what I need to do for that week, review my goals, what I'm after, because I always have a purpose behind why I'm doing something. I might go for a 10-minute walk 5 times in the morning. Or a big thing for me is I write down 3 things I'm grateful for that day, because having gratitude in general just brings all the good into your life and it eliminates all the shit. Like, it doesn't make you focus on the stuff. Like, even small things like sitting in a car and in traffic and you start harping on the horn and you're roaring at the lad in front of you. Who gives a shit? It's happening and you can't do anything about it. Those small little things will start to compound over your day. And if you're someone that's doing that again and again and again, it's just more stress that you don't need. So again, when you do the meditation stuff, you become more self-aware, you become a bit more mindful in your daily actions and your daily thoughts. Getting a walk for yourself in the morning, you're just focusing on yourself before the day starts. Before you put time into the kids, say for example, or you put time into work or the job you want it. You put time into yourself. That's what a 10-minute walk is doing. A chance to clear your head for that day and just have your own thoughts for 10 minutes at the start of the day. Gratitude, then, as I said, it's bringing the good rather than focusing on the shit stuff, or the smaller things that you don't think that make an impact, but over time they do. Again, stress. And you can see these massive knock-on effects to be more self-aware in general and be more mindful in general. We all need it. Activity then. You can see I've kind of least on the list here of the fundamental layers, because it is, being brutally honest about it. But again, you're not going to get the best results you can if you're ignoring the fact that you should be at least lifting weights 2 to 3 times a week as a minimum starting point. And what I mean by that is working according to some sort of movement pattern, like squatting, pushing, pulling, stuff we're designed as humans to do with weights. When you're ready to move on, you progress, you progress, you progress, week after week. That's all that is. Remaining active, not sitting your arse all day long, not parking right beside the elevator and getting an elevator up in the building, taking the stairs, parking further away in a car park lot, for example. Simple stuff that you don't think that makes a difference, but over time it does. Walking. After you're lifting weights, done all that kind of stuff, walking comes secondary to it. Maybe walking might be your starting point for now, I don't know, it depends where you are. The idea here is to do small things that are going to edge you forward, to make you aware of the fundamental layers of fat loss, and to put all this together. So at the end of the day, you're down in body weight, you're more toned up, and you're living an effective, higher quality of life. That's all we're after here with Doc Fitness, and hopefully these videos are giving you some sort of sense of that too. So look at, take those points away, see where you need to up in those, probably all of them. But if you have any friends who need to hear it too, make sure you tag them below on it, and we'll chat to you soon.